Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 for a bit of a different video. You might have noticed over time the credit balance here on Forza has been going up and we're now at 104 million. So I thought it was time to spend some of my credits. There's still plenty of these expensive cars we haven't bought. So you join me here in the Autoshow. I've sorted the cars by value and I'm basically going to start with the most valuable and work my way down until I've run out of credits. So let's jump straight into buying the Alfa Romeo. And what colour do we... well, manufacturer colours, there's only one available, that's easy. So there we go, first car down. And next is, if this will save, taking a look at the new car. Might as well take a proper look at it, see what opens. Oh wow, I didn't even realise the doors opened like that on this thing. But yeah, a lot of the lower value cars I already have because you win them quite a lot on wheel spins. Basically everything under $1 million in value I think I have. I haven't checked that, but I think that's true. So yeah, if we start with these, obviously these are 10 million, so we're straight away dropped ourselves underneath the 100 million. But if we head back over here, next car is, well, I suppose these are both 10 million, so it doesn't matter. Let's get hold of the Ferrari P3, the number 24. I think this one is one of the Le Mans 67 or 68 cars, as far as I know, that obviously raced against the Ford GTs. Not the sort of iconic original Ford GTs, these were the slightly later, sort of longer looking GTs that raced against this, I think. But yeah, I believe this finished, I'm guessing if it's the livery on the car, it's the one that finished second. Not third. Basically there were two. There was one with the yellow stripe that was a Belgian team or something, I think, and then there was one plain red one, number 21. That was the Ferrari team, but I can't remember which one finished where. But anyway, that's that car. That's 20 million spent. So let's sort by value again, and sorry about the clicking of the controller, I hope that's not too loud. The next one is the Porsche, classic Porsche, which has some interesting designs for it, but obviously we're going to go for the original pink pig design on this one. I don't know why this looks so much wider, and I'm sure it's not supposed to be that wide and short. I mean, obviously we've got the longer tail version of it in the game now as well, which was a seasonal prize car, which I've got because I've got them on that one, but I never went and bought the original in-game car, which is kind of silly with a lot of these because I come in every week and win the new cars, but I don't have all of the original cars yet, so hopefully by the end of this we'll have every car in the game. I might have to go and clear out my garage at some point, so I'm not sure I've got enough spaces. I should probably have done that before I started, but I might have to take a break in the middle and go and sort that out. But anyway, there is pretty easier going that way. Yeah, so that's everything from those few rows. So I think there's only two more 10 million cars, and then we start dropping into lower values. So it's Maserati 8 CTF next. Don't know anything about this car. Yes, lots of lovely designs, but I think we'll stick with the classic. Oh, look at that exhaust. That is cool. With like the oil on it. Right, let's buy that. Our first sort of F1 style vehicle. A single seater, sort of open wheeler style. Of course the next one, I think it's a Mercedes, the next vehicle I want to buy. It's also similar in that respect. Is it a single-seater? Yeah, single-seater. I'm guessing we can't explode it, no. Single-seater sort of racing car first. And, oh, you can see the transmission and everything through there. But yes, quickly on to the next one. I just want to get hold of all of these at the moment. So yes, W154 Mercedes. I'm guessing one of their early Grand Prix cars back when they were a success. Well, they are now again a successful team, but obviously they took a long break from Formula 1. But yeah, this being, obviously it's only available in silver, being one of the Silver Arrows cars. But yeah, second of the open wheeler single-seater style racing cars, which again I'm assuming we can't explode and take a proper look at. No, nothing to see. Again, we've got the nice sort of bluing of the exhaust with the oil kind of effect on it. Does it have exhaust? Yes, this one has exhaust both sides, which we didn't have on the other one, but yeah, very similar. Oh, didn't actually mean to get in the car, but very similar sort of look to the Maserati we just bought before. Well, a Maserati, wasn't it? And again, there we go, we've spent 50 million already, so I might end up running out of credits before we've bought everything, but we'll at least have bought the most valuable cars. And next up, yeah, that's the end of the £10 million cars. Next up is the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, which is of course only 8 million rather than 10. But let's see what's available for this. There's some kind of cool designs, but I want to go with the iconic manufacturer colour, I think, for now. I might change that if we decide to build it and race it in anything at any point. But yeah, obviously the coupe of the Shelby Cobra, but yeah, very iconic car. This, I think it was a coupe one that famously went at a massively high speed down the UK motorways and then caused us to introduce a speed limits here. I think it was a Shelby coupe, obviously very fast for its time, but yeah, very iconic car. I mean, all of these expensive ones will be sort of iconic classics, I guess. But there we go, that's £8 million Shelby. What else have we got? So yeah, obviously we've got all of these now. The 8 million of the Shelby. I think the next one is the McLaren F1 GT, which is down to 5 million. Then we've got obviously Veneno and 288 to come back for in a second. But yeah, F1 GT will be very cool. I was thinking about buying this car actually the other day. Obviously we did the stream on Need for Speed looking at the F1, which you can put this kit on basically. If you put the right side skirts and rear on, you end up with the sort of long tail version of this. And I think from stock, hang on, were there not any of the iconic racing liveries for this? Why is it such a, I mean, you've kind of got that one, but I think we'll just go with the plain British Racing green then. I might have to eventually make my own livery for that, because similar to Need for Speed, it's surprisingly hard to find a decent livery somebody's made. Although that game of course had the excuse that it was brand new. This is well, nearly 2 years old now, this game, so surely somebody could have come up with a good design by now. But yeah, of course we've got mid-engine layout. I mean, there's not really much else you can say about this car. Mid-seat layout as well, obviously, McLaren F1. Yeah, I do have the standard version of this in this game, but not the Longtail, or the GT as it's called until now. I think at launch it was one of the fastest, surprisingly, drag racing cars. But so many things have been added since then that I don't think it holds that title anymore. But anyway, that was 5.2 million on the F1 GT. So I think next up is the Lamborghini Veneno, the 2013 Lamborghini sort of special edition, I guess. They've done so many of these now that it's... okay, we've only got the silver. I think they were all... pretty much all this colour. Or a lot of them were, anyway. The sort of launch specification, I guess. Well, a lot of them. There aren't a lot of them, but... there we go. But yeah, not very many of these. They did even fewer of the Roadster, I think. But yeah, special edition Lamborghini based on the Aventador? I'm guessing it's based on the Aventador. Most of the sort of new special editions are obviously the old ones, like the Rebenton and stuff, based on the Murcielago. But yeah, I don't think... 2013. Aventador came out in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, anything after that must be... oh, no, don't sort by... just me skipping to the end before going sort by value. But there we go. Just bought F1 GT and then the Veneno, obviously, V12 Lamborghini. But yeah, if it's a V12 Lamborghini since 2012, I think it's probably mostly based on the Aventador. So next up, 288 GTO, which I can't believe I haven't bought on here yet. My favourite of this sort of series of the ultimate Ferraris, I guess. So I see this starting it all. Then the F40, F50, Enzo and LaFerrari out of that collection. The 288's got to be my favourite, the original one. And yeah, originally developed for racing, obviously. The series cancelled before it could take part, hence GTO. The last true GTO, I guess, because we had the 250 GTO, then this, both obviously developed for racing. And yeah, the new ones are just called GTO for the sake of it, but yeah, I do love this thing. Of course, the F40 was heavily based on this, so well, a lot of people see that as the iconic Ferrari. I kind of think as this is where it all started. Yeah, never seems to get enough recognition. Anyway, yeah, do love the 288 GTO. Let's head back to the auto show and buy... oh, I didn't sort by value again. Head back to the auto show and buy ourselves an egg. There we go, Koenigsegg 1-1. Of course, very similar in appearance to the Agera RS that we already have on here, but yeah, don't have the 1-1 yet. Or 1-1. Of course, named after it. Ooh, that's nice actually. Why is that? I swear that orange lower down changes colour. It's darker than the top orange, isn't it? When you paint it black, that's red and the other bit's orange. That's annoying me. I'm going to have to go with the standard colour, or the colour that you usually see these in. Well, not that you usually see them. I think I've only ever seen one. But yeah, of course, named after its power to weight ratio. 1-1. But yeah, it's basically... visually it looks like an Agera. So I'm not actually sure what the specific differences are between this and the Agera RS. The Agera must be heavier for this to be named after its weight. And yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the Agera is the one that set the, and still holds the fastest car in the world record. I know Bugatti has hit 300, but it wasn't a two-direction run, and it wasn't a production car, so it's a different record they took. But yeah, 1-1. How old is that now? 2015. Wow, 5 years old. But yeah, this is the Agera that set the speed record, so this isn't as fast, but is lighter. I'm gonna go with that. Next up, we have the Ferrari Enzo, obviously, in some ways, eventually a successor to the 288 after the F40 and F50. This of course being effectively the F60, the Enzo, and the LaFerrari being the F70. Right, now the 288 we got in red because that was the only colour available on it, but this I feel like we should get in something different because I don't want to be boring and paint them all red. I either want to go with the orange, the Rosso Dino, or the yellow. I feel like yellow is a bit more different to the red, so let's go with that. I do love a yellow Ferrari. I believe the story is that Enzo did want to paint his cars yellow, but then he was told that red is the racing colour of Italy, so he should paint his cars that colour, because it used to be that your car was painted according to your country's racing colours. So I think he did want them to be yellow, but Italian racing colours are red. And obviously the badge itself is yellow, so I always feel like yellow is a fitting colour for the Ferrari. I just don't like them being red because it's so overdone. I keep forgetting to sort by value, but there we go, that is the Enzo. What do we have next? Oh, there's only one more in the 2.5 million plus category, which is another Ferrari FXXK, which I don't think, they haven't added the Evo of this, have they? It was the 599 Evo that they, ooh, I like that. Ooh, some interesting combinations on this. Quite like that, but I think, I mean, it's a bit McDonald's. It's not. Let's go with a sort of bumblebee design. Another yellow Ferrari. You can tell it's a colour I like putting on Ferraris. But yeah, that's the end of the sort of really expensive. Well, I guess once we get under $1 million, it's the end of the really expensive. But it's the end of the $250,000. No, not $250,000. $10 million. Whatever that is. It's not a billion, is it? It's a million. Be a billion, but yeah. There we go. Of course, based on the LaFerrari track-only hypercar version of that, I guess. And what do we? Stop forgetting to sort by value. Right. So yeah, so that's the end of the 2.5 million or above category. There's quite a few in this category, so obviously we've got Supersport 2.2, Classic Maserati 2 million, 2.1 for the Zonda Cinque, 1.9 for the Regera, 1.7 for the Zonda, 1.5 for the Veyron, 1.5 for the LaFerrari, so the road-going version of the car we just bought. And what else don't we have? We don't have an F40. I've got two F40 competitions, but no F40. And then we have the 599XX. Obviously I've got the Evo, which was a prize car one season, and we've got the 718. But let's head back up this end and buy the Veyron Supersport. Yes, I still don't have a Veyron Supersport in this game. As you know, I'm not a massive fan of this car. Basically it's very fast in the straight line, and as soon as it gets to a corner you have to go at 20 miles an hour because it's a big heavy thing that doesn't turn or brake or sound nice or really do anything useful. So yeah, never been a fan of these things. Obviously it was the fastest car in the world. This one, the world record edition with the exposed carbon and orange on it, but yeah, personally never particularly liked them. Obviously it's a massive achievement setting that speed, but yeah, it doesn't do much else, so never really understood that car. Anyway, let's get back. Where were we? Yes, Veyron Supersport. So that completes my collection of Bugattis in the game. I now have all of them. But now on to something I do really like, the Zonda Cinque, one of the many special edition Zondas that they just wouldn't stop making. But obviously in the iconic white carbon with the rim. White carbon and red colours. I believe they're they did these colours because it was for the Japanese market. These, I think they did 5 convertibles and 5 coupes. But yeah, stunning thing. One of my favourite special editions. The other one that I really like is the Tricolore, the blue exposed carbon one with the Italian flag down the middle. But yeah, do love this thing. For some reason, the white appears to be more like silver on Forza, but yeah. I do love these, probably more than the Wire, to be honest. You've got the massive Mercedes AMG V12, specially developed for it in the back there. But yeah, I do love Pagani's, those and the Wires, so yeah, probably one of my favourites that we've bought so far today. What do we have next? So, just bought that. Next up is the classic Maserati. What is it? A A6 GCS/53 Pininfarina something. Yeah, classic Maserati. Very nice looking thing, but yeah, don't know much about. Ooh, yes, now that is nice. Two-tone blue. That's stunning. Yeah, very pretty car, but that's all I can tell you about it, unfortunately. But yeah, very cool. But yeah, far too many cars to research all of them beforehand, so I'm just going off what I know as I go. So yeah, that is the Maserati. Right, next up we have... I should remember how you had sorted it. I'm not sure which way is quicker to go now. It's probably still quicker to go the other way, isn't it? Anyway, that was that row. So we've now completed that. Another Zonda coming up in a minute. But now it's the second egg of the day. Koenigsegg Regera, obviously. A hybrid car with, is it 1 forward gear and 1 reverse gear? So obviously well known for, in Horizon 3, being able to do its top speed in reverse. Right, and what colour do we go for on a Regera? Obviously we've got the iconic blue colour. Do we go for yellow or do we go for one of these orange? I'm sure these oranges are repeated. It's like the same colour, but that is really cool. I'm going to go with that colour. But yeah, a lot of people mistake this car for being electric because it's only got the 1 gear. So they thought I know several people thought the Rimac was the second electric car to be added to the game, but it was in fact the first. Obviously we've now got the IDR and stuff, but yeah, this isn't electric, it's just got a rather unique gearbox, which means supposedly you can actually do pretty much full speed in reverse. I mean, you wouldn't want to. But yeah, it's a shame they got rid of that in this game. You now can't go that fast backwards, because that was this car's sort of party trick in Horizon 3. But yeah, very cool thing. Hybrid mega car, being over 1,000 horsepower. That's not how it works, is it? Megawatt of power, whatever that equates to. But yeah, famously a mega car. But yeah, very cool thing. Love the sort of mad technologies that go into these Koenigsegg's. So yeah, particularly like that one as well. I know they're all amazing cars, but I do have my favourites. Next up we have... I'm having to scroll a little way down. Oh yes, the Zonda, and another Pagani coming up in a minute. So, the Zonda R. Of course, the car famously not able to drive anywhere, because it is, of course, not road legal. Hey? There we go. Yeah, of course, not road legal and not legal on many tracks because it breaks the noise regulations. But yes, I thought that would happen soon. I thought it was saying I'd run out of money, but of course it isn't. It's saying the garage is full. So I'm going to head away and sort that out and then come back and buy the Zonda. So, just been to my garage and cleared out pretty much every duplicate car I have, only keeping a few doubles, but got rid of plenty, so I think we're going to run out of money here before we run out of garage spaces this time. But second attempt at buying the Zonda R, which of course I was saying before isn't road legal or track legal because it breaks most tracks' noise limits, so it's a completely useless car. But of course in Forza you can drive it up and down the road with absolutely no problems at all. But yeah, of course, setting a super fast time round the Nürburgring back when it came out, this thing. Yeah, stunning thing, but not particularly useful, but I suppose that applies to most hypercars. But normally you can at least drive them on the road or on a track. Anyway, that is the Pagani Zonda R. Next up is the next Pagani, another one, the Wira BC. Of course, have the standard Wira already in this game, and yeah, BC will be cool to add. Do we go with the white or the sort of silver? Let's go with the white. This was of course a DLC car in Horizon 3, which I did buy towards the end of that game's lifespan, I guess, just before this game came out, to enjoy on there for a bit. But yeah, cool to have it in this game now. Obviously just a slightly wilder Wira. Of course we've now got the Pagani Imola, but until that came out this was the sort of most hardcore Wira you could buy. Down to 13 million now. We're doing quite well at spending this money, and we only have a couple more left in this 1 million plus category. A couple more, 4 more. The next one of course being the LaFerrari, Ferrari's latest hypercar, of course the road version of the FXXK that we just bought earlier. Should we go with the yellow again? Let's go with the yellow on all the Ferraris, and obviously successor to the... Did we buy it? We bought an F40, didn't we? We bought a 288. We bought a 288, an F40 and an Enzo today, so the only one we haven't bought is the F50, which I already have in the garage, which I think's red. I need to go and paint that one yellow so they all match, and the 288, because obviously that was only available in red. Very cool. But yeah, not my favourite of the... Oh, no, we've gone into photo mode. My favourite of the Holy Trinity, as it was back when they came out, was probably the P1. I probably preferred this to the Porsche, but yeah, P1's always been my favourite of those three. But we now have all three in the garage, so maybe we should compare them again at some point, although that's been rather overdone by now. They've been out quite a while, so... Oh, there was me saying we've bought the F40. No, we're about to buy the F40. Here it is. Can I have it in yellow, please? I know they weren't all red. The Sultan of Brunei had some weird ones. Oh, I like that. What's the racing one? Ah, there we go. Yes, I want it in yellow, if it's available in yellow. Perfect. Yeah, well known that on these the paint is so thin you can see the carbon fibre through it. But yeah, obviously a bit of an icon, the F40. Although, like I was saying earlier, I prefer the 288 GTO, which of course this was heavily based on. Still an amazing car, and probably the most sort of well-known Ferrari shape out there. Yeah, as with the others, going with yellow on that one. Let's see what else we have. 2 more in this category. 599XX is the one we'll buy next. Of course, we already have 599XX Evo. That was a prize car 1 week. Let's go with... what? You only get the number if you paint it red. Well, I'm going to stick with my yellow Ferrari theme and buy this one. I think we're going to actually manage to buy all the cars before I run out of money here, because we've got all of the over a million ones. So unless there's lots and lots of them lower down the pricing order, I think we might pretty much have everything. Like I say, the lower value cars you seem to get given quite often on wheel spins, the same one multiple times a lot of the time. But yeah, as we've already got the 599XX Evo, not a lot to say about the standard Ferrari 599XX, if you can call it that. Next up, 718 RS60, another classic Porsche. Got several other classic Porsches here already, but yeah, not this one yet. But again, I don't know terribly much about this car, so we'll move quickly on to the next one once it's saved and is ready. Come on, Forza. There we go. Right, now what have we got next? We've only got 9 million left at this point, but that is all of the cars worth more than $1 million we've got now. So we're now looking through this section of 500,000 or more, which I think there's only the one. Is it only the GTA Spano that we don't have out of this lot? I think I'm correct in saying that. Yes, I am. So this is the only car between 500,000 and $1 million that we can buy, and then we are down to less than $500,000 value cars. So I think we should be able to manage to buy everything and have some money left over. And I was kind of hoping we weren't going to run out entirely, but yeah, we started with 104 million, so if we've got 4 million or less left at the end, we've managed to spend 100 million. But yeah, a bit of a weird looking car, this thing. A bit of an odd one, Spania GTA Spano, as its full name calls it on here. But yeah, that's the 500,000 to $1 million cars all gone. We're getting to the sort of cars that you actually win at this point. 250, between 250 and 500,000, have we got anything? I think we might have bought everything, in which case we're not going to manage to spend 100 million. That's everything from that group. Then we've got 150 to 250. Like I say, the lower value cars, it does just give you, it's the real rare and classic things right at the top end there that you don't get. 100 to 150. So I can now say I have every single car in the game, because we have gone and won everything that comes up on the seasonal championships, and we've got all the pre-order cars now because they're given to us. So yeah, we've got everything other than things like the null car, which is the sort of car everything's based on that some people somehow managed to get. I think that's on the PC version of the game though. But there we go, there's nothing. I mean, I will scroll all the way to the end just to make sure, but I don't think anything. I don't think there's anything lower in value I'm not going to have. Most of these I've won at least once on a wheel spin. Having duplicates of a lot of them. What else? Unless there's any free cars we haven't claimed, but that seems rather unlikely. Yeah, there we go. 8 million left, so we only managed to spend, was that about 94 million. And yeah, we now have every car in the game, including this GTA Spano. Oh, we now have 8 wheel spins as well for buying cars, so I will quickly do those. But yeah, if we sort by value and go up to the end again, we now have all of the super valuable cars, a lot of them already being here, but yeah, obviously the Mercedes, Maserati, Porsche, Ferrari. But yeah, mostly the over £1 million cars we bought. I think there was only one under $1 million that we bought today. But yeah, had those credits sitting there and didn't own all the cars, so I thought it was worth going and getting them. And we're actually using the money. Well, we're actually buying something that we can then use rather than it just being a number in the top corner. We've still got 8 million, which is pretty good, which I'm now not going to know what to do with. Obviously we're going to upgrade cars and stuff every now and then, but that's like 50,000-60,000 per car maybe. That'll push, but yeah, you now have at least one of everything. So I will quickly just do these 8 wheel spins before we end the video, but yeah, bit of a different one. Wanted to use those up to get some cars that we're actually going to use, hopefully. And now we're going to win lots of money, hopefully. I wish the cars disappeared from the spins once you've got them. I know you can sell them if they come up, but like that is the equivalent to 40,000. But if you're online or something, you automatically get them, and they get in your way in the garage. Literally just got rid of one of those. And final spin, another car. So yeah, up to 8.6 million again. But there we go. I hope that wasn't too boring, just going and buying stuff. I hope you did enjoy going and buying some of the most valuable cars in the game, and spending 94 million in the end on cars, nearly 100, so that's about right, but there we go. That's going to be all for today's video, spending 100 million, nearly 100 million on cars. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.